I'm here as Sue the taxpayer. I was born in East Hartford, Connecticut. I've been working since I was 14 years old, scrubbing toilets at the Madison Motor Inn in East Hartford. Graduated from Penny High, got accepted to UConn, which at the time cost $20,000 for 4 years of an education. So my mom said, here's $10,000, take out loans. So I did. And I decided to major in actuarial science because here's Hartford, the insurance capital of the world. I was good at math. My uncle was an actuary. So that's what I did. And I got a job right out of school in Hartford. Worked for Travelers for many years. And since I've had kids, I've worked part-time, and right now I have one in college and one going off to college. And I'm just sick and tired of how can you run for election and there's no deficit, and then a month later there's a deficit. Oh, and then now let's increase the taxes retroactively. Oh, and that New Britain Stadium, that's not good. Let's move it to Hartford. And let's take some of our tax money to help pay for this. I mean, come on. This is just ridiculous, and I'm just sick of it. And I took a whole day off from work. I don't get paid when I don't work. And I just wanted to get in my 3 minutes and just to tell, I mean, I think I'm preaching to the choir here because I don't see any of my legislative people from West Hartford here. Maybe I don't know how these things work because I really haven't been involved, but I finally just decided to get off my couch and come in here and just say what I think because it's disgusting. And, you know, we're seriously, why should we stay here? I have one more month of public high school to get my daughter through. Why should we stay here? So I can get more money taken out of my paycheck? And the other thing is actuarial consulting going to be, is this on the table too? Because I know it's architects, engineers, it said other consulting, like, is that part of this deal?
It's not as of yet, but we should probably stop talking about it, otherwise it will be.
No, but if it is, then I don't have a job. My boss is looking to retire, and he's been talking about selling the business. There's 4 employees. And guess what? If you go ahead and start taxing us, forget it. He's going to sell it. And whatever.
Suzanne, thank you very much for coming. And I think you hit an interesting point in that now we are 2 weeks after this budget package was passed through the Finance Committee, and it's still very unclear what's going to be taxed and how it's going to be taxed because we don't have the statutory language as to how these taxes are going to be implemented and who they're going to affect. And I think you raise an interesting point that perhaps your trade could fall under some of the loose definitions that.
And that's not even why I came here. Sure. I came here as just the taxpayer, and I called my boss, like, do you need me today to come and get our work done, or can I go in and testify? And he's like, well, what's going on? And I start sending, and he's like, oh my God, and I'm like, oh, I didn't even realize it. And it's like I saw this on Facebook. This is the only reason I know that this hearing was happening. Mm-hmm. I don't hear about it in the news. Facebook. And then I asked friends, come on, people, come down with me. Let's do this. Well, I can't because I have to work so I can pay my taxes. In the meantime, I had to drive down here earlier to drop off my testimony, 25 pages, 25 copies, or whatever the hell that is. I mean, oh my God, if this is how companies worked, we'd be out of a job. So I'm going to go home and eat now.
Not yet. Not yet. Not yet. No clapping. No clapping. No clapping, please. Thank you for having the time or making the time to do this, and I'm sorry you had to miss a day of work
I do. I don't get paid when I don't work. I choose to work part-time, and this is how it works for me. I want to be there for my kids. And another thing, my boss is so excited that, I can work more, but it's like, why? Why work more hours? I'll have to pay more. The colleges, we make too much money. We don't get, any help from the federal government. And it's like they look into your finances, they make you account for every penny, and I just see if I just work more, they're just going to make us pay more.
It's always good for us legislators to get personal stories such as yours. And yours has been very unique today. And there's a website called ctn.com. It stands for Connecticut Television Network. And if you go look at that tonight, or maybe tomorrow morning is when they're actually going to post it, you can look for your snippet of your testimony, which I have found very compelling. And you can show it to whoever you work with and for. And then maybe you can distribute it to other people in the industry, other people who you know. Sounds like you use Facebook. You might want to use that as well to get the word out there.
I did, but people were just, I got to work, 1:30 in the afternoon on a Monday.
I couldn't agree more.
And what time is it, 7 o'clock now?
I couldn't agree more. There were probably hundreds of more people who would want to come and testify today, and we would literally stay up through the night and listen to them if they could, but they couldn't because they're working.
People who know me know how much I hate meetings. I hate meetings. And just sitting here for 7 hours talking about, raising taxes, and it's just going to drive everyone out. I'm sick of it. And I think a lot of people in this state are very sick of it.
I think there are a lot of people that agree with you, 100%. Any other questions or comments? Yes, Representative Devlin.
I just really want to thank you for coming out today and for speaking as you have and sharing your story. I'm a first-term legislator, and I ran for the exact reasons that you're here. I couldn't take it anymore.
I live within my means.
Well,
when I got married, we had to pay for our wedding. So guess what? I paid $65 for my wedding dress.
One of the astounding things to me, and I've said this before about being a legislator, and maybe every government works this way, I don't know, I'm new at this, but first, as a state, we decide what we're going to spend. Now, in your household, you don't do that. And then we decide, okay, we're going to spend this much, where are we getting the money for it? And that comes to all of us through our taxes. In our own households, you look at what's your income, and then you manage, ideally, within that. Or for a business, you think, what are
I would
your
love
revenues?
that new kitchen, you know, but guess what? I'm putting my kids through college.
So my request to you is to not just go back home and sit on the sofa after you have dinner, but stay loud, stay involved, and get more of your friends and other people, spread the word, and keep engaged.
I'm trying.
So thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you. Senator Boucher.